Manitoba versus Nova Scotia! It's the battle of the alcoholics. Make some noise.
I have to roast Nova Scotia. Doesn't this feel mean? It feels like Danish asked me to like beat up a crippled kid. Like it doesn't feel, this feels unfair. My biggest challenge was like not feeling shitty about doing this at all. You know what I mean? Nova Scotia, the jean jacket of provinces. Nova Scotia. I'll give you a second. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if cigarette breath was a place? Nova Scotia! That place sucks, man. I feel bad for you guys for existing. You guys suck a lot. This sucks on a bunch of different levels. You know what else sucks is that it's Manitoba versus Nova Scotia. So it's not like either of us are fighting to be the best one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm from there. I know what it is. It's like, which one of us is fifth best and which one of us is sixth? But I'm so confident that Manitoba is less shitty than Nova Scotia, okay? I couldn't be more confident. What does Nova Scotia have on us? Okay, it's slightly less cold in Nova Scotia, and they have some more traditions. Let's break that down. That's maybe all you guys have on us. It's less cold, sure. It's still cold. Neither of us are Hawaii. Like, let's just get that out of the way, okay? And also, when it's not cold there, it's all fucking wet and salty all the time. How bad do you fucking guys stink every day? Like, that's just your day-to-day. Nothing ever dries. Just everybody there smells like a nutsack after a summer run, and that's just your day-to-day life. Okay, so you don't have that on us at all. It sucks either way. What else do you have? Your rich traditions. What traditions? You guys just drink? That's not a tradition. Oh, but we do it different. We like drink whiskey out of a shoe. That's not a tradition either. That's somebody fucking with you and you didn't catch on. That's something your bully older brother does to fuck with you in front of his friends. And you're like, they love it. I'm awesome. You do it for 300 years. I feel bad for you guys. That sucks. What else do you have? Fishing? Yeah, guess who else has that? Everybody. Straight up, that means nothing, so you guys have nothing. It's brutal, man. So what's left? What's left that Nova Scotia has to claim as its own? The Halifax explosion. Literally, that's your whole legacy, is that you fucked up a boat. You guys made a mistake and it killed a bunch of people and you're like, we did it. Like, that's your thing? That's garbage. That's your whole thing. You guys by far have the worst heritage moment by like a mile. Manitoba has Louis Riel that like moved Métis rights forward. Quebec has that like brain tumor thing where like, I smell burnt toast, you know what I mean? Where it's like we move forward with like stroke technology, and you guys are like, a boat blew up by my grandpa's house and it wrecked my grandpa's house. Remember? And we're like, yeah, quit talking about it. Why is that your whole thing, you spaz? Country full of spazzes, man. Fucking fishy smelling wet hicks. All of you wearing just, I feel like they're wearing those like chest height rubber boots every day. Just all of them, wearing them to church. Isn't that what you picture? They don't even have electricity. They just light their homes with the bright purple noses of the drunk uncle that lives in their spare bedroom. That's the Nova Scotian way. Even the mayor's wearing those giant rubber boots every day and they're like, no, but his are good. Those are from Cabela's. Those are quality. You stinky hicks. Imagine that was your life. Imagine you used to live in Nova Scotia and you moved somewhere else, and like every time you walked by a dumpster behind a fish market, you were like, ah, gross, smells like home. Like, imagine that was your day to day. Oh, I almost throw up. Reminds me of Nana's house. That sucks. Your life sucks, man. You can't win this, dude. It's a fucking bummer. You can't tell if somebody's been cheating on you in Nova Scotia because everybody there smells like they just fucked in a hot boat. Hey, you smelled like you were just fucking. I do too. I don't know, man. I'll give you a little hint. Listen, if you're like, oh, was my boyfriend cheating on me? Listen, he probably was. Dump him. Even if he wasn't, you're from Nova Scotia, dump him. You can do better. You know what I mean? But he was. He was fucking and it wasn't a boat. You guys ever seen Theodore Tugboat's face? Somebody's fucked inside that boat, and he's not over it, all right? Man. What else? Your accent sucks. That accent sucks. Is there a grosser accent on the planet than the Nova Scotian accent? The Nova Scotian accent, everybody there, they talk like a drunk child. Every one of them. You know why? Because every one of them used to be a drunk child. And it never left them. The Nova Scotian accent, it sounds like a British person that couldn't figure it out. Like as though they learned it in school and they kept being like, no, it's hello, governor. And they kept being like, hey, how you doing there, boss? And like, no, sorry. Try again. It's hello, governor. Hey there, boss. How you doing there, boy? You know, put him on the boat. That's another one for Reject Island. It's no good. Well, I'll leave you on this. If there's anyone from Nova Scotia that's either here or they're listening to a recording and you book a comedy club, I was just kidding. You guys sound awesome. I've been Kyle Bergstresser. Thank you.
Kyle, everybody, make some noise. Manitoba roasting Nova Scotia. All right. Final roast, guys. Nova Scotia roasting Manitoba. Let's hear it.
Okay, brilliant. Guys, I wish Kyle had told a lie. You know what? Not wrong. The thing is, Manitobans are just Nova Scotians who don't know how to swim. Like, come on, fuck off, buddy. Like all of you, I learned that Manitoba existed when I read the event description for tonight. So, look, I had to do some research. My thing is going to be weirdly factual. You're gonna go away knowing 10 more facts about Manitoba than anyone knew before. Isn't that great? Look, let's get into it. Manitoba's main exports, what are they? Fucking motor vehicles, pork products, traumatized gay kids. Like, what do you want? Manitoba is known as the curling capital of Canada. Shit, you know what? I fucked that up. Manitoba is the curling capital of the world. It's the murder capital of Canada. Let's go. Manitoba's had some fun slogans over the years, hasn't it? So before, they were Unforgettable Manitoba. They changed that because it sounded like a threat. They changed it to Unexpected Manitoba, which they were legally forced to change once they found out that people very much did expect it to be cold, wet, and racist. And then they changed it to my personal favorite, It's Manitoba Time. Which, fun fact, is what Nova Scotian college students say before we do a keg stand. Guys, the current Manitoban slogan is Manitoba, where Canada's heart beats. And given that it is the province with the longest emergency room wait times, Canada's heart will not be beating for long, okay? Okay, what do you got? Manitoba is, some cool things have been invented there, like pizza pops and the garbage bag and smallpox blankets. You know, in Manitoba, they don't celebrate Family Day. Instead, they have a holiday dedicated to Métis hero Louis Riel, who we've talked about, which is their way of saying that in Manitoba, they do not have a problem with Aboriginal Canadians as long as they are already dead. Okay, let's get lighter. Let's bring it up, folks. Manitoba has had both the highest and the lowest temperatures ever recorded in Canadian history. So, looks like we solved that riddle. Hell can freeze over. It's good. I don't know if I can know. Like, there was an episode of The Office set in Manitoba, and that pissed a lot of Canadians off because it was not realistic. It featured the character, Oscar Martinez, who is a gay person of color voluntarily entering Winnipeg. Hi. Bud, have some self-preservation. Okay, Manitoba was the first place on Earth to adopt the 911 emergency number. To this day, if you call that number in the province, it just leads you to a recording of Neil Young's Keep On Rockin' in the Free World. Okay, and then we have the lovely little town of Churchill, Manitoba, which is where police officers ask children not to dress up as polar bears at Halloween, just in case they get mistaken for the real thing and are shot. So, honestly, that's not bad. That's the one place in the province where it's considered a bad thing to be white. Okay. Last thing I'm gonna say to you guys. There was recently, you don't hear this phrase a lot, a Manitoban Scandal. Ooh, what happened? So the Premier of Manitoba, whose name I have right here, the Premier Brian Pallister, not a single person in this fucking room knew that name. Sure, Kyle. Okay, so Premier Brian Pallister got in trouble because he tweeted out a picture of some cold, gross winter Winnipeg day from his vacation home in Costa Rica. When reached for comment, Premier Pallister said, "What? Like you want to hang out there?" I've been Karis Anderson talking for...
Make some noise! Karis Anderson, roasting Manitoba. Great job. All right, guys, moment of truth. Make some noise if you liked Manitoba. Yeah! Make some noise if you liked Nova Scotia. Oh, Nova Scotia wins! Victory!
Lay. Sir. Yeah.